catch a fire, but we always get what's required. So many things we desire, but I only bring you a lighter, so we can add fuel to the flames. Keep on playing games. Oh, adding more fuel to the flames.
That's reported.
Hi, we're live on Twitch. Oops. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the BPL stream. I'm joined just for a few minutes with Drayton and Jace, who will be casting the games coming today. Wanted to say hello. I'm listening to myself, which is why I'm stalling my speech. Okay, there we go. Hi. It's a very special production. We are late, because of course we are BPR. We're trying some really cool new stuff. Top this one instead of me. But we have a myriad of tech issues, as I'm sure you'd expect. But we have a really cool tournament. This is the Resurge 4v4 tournament. And basically, we have a lot of teams that are going to be actually playing some good Overwatch with some good tech. And we're streaming on this channel because we actually have some good quality as well. All win is.
Welcome everyone in the chat. Sorry about the late intro. I guess we are the Stuffed podcast now with the 46-minute intro. Wrap it up, Domi, for weird. But we are here. It's an interesting format that we're doing. Had this idea with Tox formulated a bit. We've got some good games for you guys, and it's an interesting format. 4v4 isn't something that has been particularly prevalent in any form of casting or showcase production. Basically just the Kanazaka tournament that they did for the launch of the map. But here we are doing a proper 4v4 tournament. There is a cash prize, roughly $5 going to the winner of each team. So obviously combined $20 total for you guys that are still doing math class.
Money.
Yep, a little bit of money. There may be some more down the line. Who knows? I might contribute some myself, but no leaks. Just to sweeten the pool.
In one place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's $5. Like, what can you get for? Can you get an In-N-Out burger for $5, or is it more expensive?
I'm not from California, so I don't know.
Any Cali people in the chat? How much is a double from In-N-Out?
Yeah, I feel like that should be within that price range, but
you'd hope so anyway. Otherwise, the economy is a bit ropes, no. And we're essentially just stalling to get into the first match. It'll start anytime soon. It'll be interesting to see what compositions and what things people come up with. There are no hero bans. There is role lock. You have to have one dedicated support, one dedicated tank, one dedicated DPS, and then there will be a flex role. So we could see obviously 2 supports, 2 tanks, 2 DPS. And that last flex role I think was vital, and it includes a bit of variety. It really offers people to play heroes maybe they're not known for. For example, Ahi Genji, which has been featured on his stream to various degrees of success.
Yeah, you gotta see Ahi on the Genji. I mean, it's something else. And I don't know if it's a good something else or a bad something else. It's kind of to you guys, but
it's an experience. It's like if you've ever watched the film Pineapple Express, it's a bit like that.
It's kind of like the Super Genji, where you're not sure if you like it, but it is kind of effective.
Oh,
Now we got the blue box Jace. No
my
no
tab.
more. We got the face cam now, but it's just a box. So
Well, I turned my FaceTime off because I have a fucking cut on the side of my face, so I didn't have my face mask on. I can go face mask if we want, but I mean, I'm sat in a dark room chat with a face mask on and hair that hasn't been cut in like 8 months. So basically, what you're gonna see is my eyes through my glasses. So
that is enough. That is what the people want. They just
exactly.
want the eyes.
Here we go. Give me a sec. No audio.
Yeah, I have no idea when we're getting to our first match or the second round, the first match of the second round. We are waiting on that to start before we get into it. But I mean, this tournament is going to feature a lot of maps that we don't usually see. I mean, there's Kanazaka, personally one of my favorite maps in the game. It's probably one of the most interesting maps to like go into. I really enjoyed the tournament that they put on when it when the map first came out. I thought that was a really cool tournament.
Here we are.
So we're gonna be getting into pretty soon. I mean, like we said, every single match so far has been a 2-0.
Yep.
So we're gonna be hoping to see a bit of a closer series coming up soon when we get to that eventually.
And
I want to just pop in to give everyone an update. So the way this works is it's a little bit of a weird format, and it's kind of inspired by university esports stuff, but that's fine. Basically, every team will play 3 matches first, which will then basically set up some seeding. It's like we're seeded a bit like the BPL regular season that we just had. So if you win more, you will place against higher ranked teams, but that will be better for you in the long run. There's also some groups, but honestly, you don't need to know about that public. So we just finished one lot of games. We were going to go live early, but we had a whole bunch of technical problems. So that's why we're here. But we're about to get just set out the second round now that all are finished. So we're just setting up that schedule, and it's about to be released soon, I believe.
Yeah. So we will be going into the second set of matches. So each team that lost is gonna have a chance to at least get a map on the board. I mean, that's kind of the bare minimum you want, is to get a couple maps. And Sane Girl, I finally get a gifted sub. Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Finally got a gifted sub. It only took 3 massive drops of subs, but I finally got one of the subs.
I still have not yet. For weird. Any gifters in the chat?
Finally used the BPL emotes.
Let's go. I think I might be subbed already, actually. Am I? No, I don't think I am. Nope.
Casters, if you want to see the current scores, I'll put it in a live. It's all on the website. You can see who's currently won and lost.
You see them in match scores.
Closer to yeah, or you can see them on the website because then you can also see the rosters if you want.
True.
But chat, you'll be happy to know Allwin has won his game. Allwin did win his game.
Let's go.
Allwin is all winning, as always.
Who else? We have to know that Joshin lost his game. We'll be happy for that one as well.
Let's go.
Poor Joshin.
Taku won his game. So really, it's all just going well. You know?
If pray
Nature is
nature is healing. It really is.
Toxic, if you can hear me, are you able to switch to the standings? Because that will give a list of everyone who's won and lost.
Yeah, people don't want to see my face.
He's doing a lot of things all at the same time. He's doing the matches. He's trying to do production at the same time. I'm doing half of production, but not near as much as he is. So
yeah, Tox is doing some major heavy lifting.
Pepe meltdown right now. So you know, like we had to switch. Like we were pretty much ready, and then we realized that his PC just couldn't handle it. So we had to move the entire production to another PC and set all that up from scratch. So that's why we're so far behind. It kind of sucks, but here we are.
Yeah, I was just watching YouTube confused as all that happened. So.
Yeah, we're almost there. So we're just waiting for matches to set up, but we'll be
second by second.
Yeah. We have 14 teams in this tournament, and some of them are very stupid. Minion GIF is not one of those.
unfortunately.
But we'll get into them as the matches progress. Today we have four more matches on the stream. So we'll have two of the regular groups matches, and then we will have two play-in matches, which will be eliminations for tomorrow's bracket. And then tomorrow we will have a bit more of a standard bracket that you'll know by the end of the day.
Yeah, so just a bit about the format. The format comes from UK. Any people lads in the chat for the University Esports is effectively just, when done properly with seeding, which I think sometimes the university over here in the UK, sometimes the University Esports Awards don't do in the best way. When it's seeded, you basically, as Solomon said, you play Swiss, so you play teams with a similar record to you. So eventually that sort of filters out the top teams by itself, and it means that if you are a lower seed in the tournament, you're not just kind of going to get waffle stomped like 20. You're not going to go season 1 Shanghai Dragons level. You will play teams of a similar skill level, and it incentivizes lower ranked teams that are just in there for fun, playing against other teams that are in there for fun, and therefore obviously furthers the interest that people will turn up each week, because we've all been there, we've all been in a tournament. Sometimes you go into OD, for example, and you come up against, a 4.6k team in your first round and you get knocked out, and you go into losers bracket and you come up against a 4.3k team. It's a bit roped, 0-2, you don't win a map, you get kind of stomped, and then you go out. However, the good thing about Swiss is that you don't do that, and you actually get to play Overwatch, which is really cool, and I like that.
I mean, I don't like playing Overwatch, but some people apparently do.
That's
I don't
fair
know
enough.
why they enjoy playing Overwatch. It's kind of weird, champ.
This game's a bit
For me,
painful.
playing Overwatch is it's not for me.
No, we just talk about the game.
Yeah, I'm here to do one thing and one thing only, is to make the game interesting.
Can we get a rest in peace for Deed in the chat, who got permabanned for spamming all win diff? That's
understandable.
Yeah, it's an F. Fallen brother. Goodbye.
By bad Petramari himself. That's gotta hurt.
Damn.
R.I.P. Kevin.
Yeah, the plushie of justice. Really does not give a shit. Crazy.
He drops that hammer with no remorse.
Nope. So, we'll talk a bit about, I guess, the patch, just to fill some more time. Maybe let chat know as well, have a discussion with chat. We start soon. When do you start? Do start soon, Pluto. Do start soon.
Pluto, you're an observer. I feel like you would know more than we do.
Wait, yeah, actually, we don't know anything.
In the lobby.
Oh, he's been unbanned. Let's go. Free my man, Deed. He's been freed.
Can I ban them? I don't have admin privileges, but could I?
No. Give admin, please.
Yeah, give admin, please.
BP, do you hate Scottish people?
Don't all people hate Scottish people? I thought that was kind of a normal thing.
Yeah. Scotland 4 weird. Can I get a 4 weird for Scotland in the chat? If anyone's got 4 weird buff or 4 weird halt, then... I mean, hating British people is understandable. It's a personality trait for some women, however. We're not here to discuss that on stream.
We're employed by a British person, so it's kind of...
True, we are.
I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me.
No. People lads. Regardless, back to Overwatch, guys. Yeah, true, employed is a big word. That implies pay. We get paid in... as you can see, BP has actually still locked me in this prison behind me. I'm not allowed to get out until BPL Season 2. I've been in here. I'm taking my notes on the colour. I believe Amengus, Jake, and Hydration are currently sharing rooms with me as well. They're all there. And whoever on Earth selects the roster for the London Spitfire is also here, because Hybrid has not been in this room in 100 days, and he really should be. However, back to actual 4v4 and enough Overwatch League puns. It's going to be interesting to see. When you have one tank, I think the game changes quite a lot. Hog has just been buffed, and Hog is definitely going to be making an appearance in this game mode. There's absolutely no way that it won't.
I'm looking forward to seeing Hog and potentially Diva. I mean, in this game mode, this is remake heaven. I mean, depending on the map, you bait people with the Hog. You hook with the Hog, and then you mech on top of them. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with those characters.
If you run May, what I really want to see someone do is go May, freeze someone, and then remech on top of them as they're frozen for a one shot. That would be really funny. Yeah. If anyone's in chat that's not playing, please try and remet kill off a May freeze or off like a hard CC. It'd be really funny. Or off an Anna Sleep even. Anna Sleep May freeze into remet kill would be content as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot can be done here. Reinhardt probably won't be seeing much play of that with the reduced health. I mean, I don't see many main tanks getting play here.
No, I don't think so.
I think we're gonna see a lot of Zen and Bap is probably the two that we're most likely to see from the support position. Unless somebody just wants to go a DPS Moira, which is also a thing that could be done.
It can work. I believe there's an absolute fucking mental asylum patient creature in 4.6 right now doing flank Moira on the NA server. I have no idea. I think it's like Nolan or something. I think it might be called Nolan Corona or something like that. But yeah, as I said, so if it can work in 4.6, it can work in a 4v4 tournament. Why not? Hey.
Yeah. So.
But for now,
and
well,
DPS.
everyone else grab the seeds. 1 sec.
DPS, we'll probably see just about everything. I mean, there's not really anything that's off the table. I think we could probably see some Hanzo, some Widow, some Ashe. The standard stuff. Probably a McCree. So basically just the meta. Maybe a May, if you really want to make your opponents hate you. But I think it's going to be interesting to see what teams go with in terms of like what position they're going to put their flex at. That's kind of the biggest. That's the biggest area where teams can kind of define themselves in this tournament. Is like if you wanna put somebody else on the support, or if you want to put somebody else on DPS or tank, that really is going to define all of the interactions that are going to happen here. I think that you could probably see. I think tank and DPS are probably the most popular. I mean,
Yeah, I would assume
you don't need that extra healing when you're only healing half as many people. So I think that we're probably going to see tank and DPS really thrive as the flex option.
I would assume that if there was the option to have no healers, people might even elect to go with very sort of self-sustaining comms like a Hog, a Soldier, so they can play something like a Zenyatta, because Discord Orb with only one shield or potentially no shields and very short quarters is going to be very devastating. If you can land a Discord on a primary target, they'll just get insta-burst because there's just not enough peel, not enough resources to go around. When the game's designed around 6v6 and they go into a 4v4 mode, it can be very warping. It can be almost different from Overwatch. So as a credit of the chat, we'll drop some of the games for next round. We've got Ignition versus Yor, Maid Café Light versus Redemption Burger. A to-be-decided game, Amengus Sus versus the Weird Squad, Golira versus Vibe Voice, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, big fan, versus Plat Gatekeepers, Cuttlefish Bandits versus the Whippersnappers.
Ooh, just a note, these are not confirmed quite yet. Give me a second.
They're not.
Never mind.
Okay.
Well, this is what it says on the website, so hopefully it's going to be something
Just
to...
1 second, I'll come on to you and I'll message captains at the same time. Just give me 1 second and we're just doing a final double check.
Okay.
Just a minute.
So we will very shortly have the final matchups for these rounds. I mean, I'm interested to see Maid Café Light. Obviously, I think a lot of people are. It's Recurb's team, so people are either wanting to see that team go very far or that team get dropped almost immediately. So, and then I saw that Maid Café had signed Jaws. I feel like that was a troll, and I feel like I fell for it. And that kind of disappoints me. My bond is set at currently $5,000. If you could Venmo me that, if you just Venmo me 5K, I will get out of this prison cell.
Same. One day they'll let us out. Hopefully in the
I'm not here for. BP hasn't trapped me here. I'm actually in prison.
Oh, nice. Crimes against humanity, or what did you do? Did you kill a guy, or?
I killed a couple people.
Nice.
Yeah. A whole family. I'm allegedly on trial for that.
Allegedly.
I did. Nothing has been proven yet. That's why I need the bond.
Free my man Drayton. Free my man. Didn't do shit. System's corrupt. I would have said insurance fraud, for sure. Hopefully sure he's been upgraded to the window. There is a window in my prison cell. It's unfortunately behind me.
I got a window. I got a wall.
I'll actually show you. I
I
won't be able to
dripping down.
Look at
somewhere.
if you can see outside the window. Actual prison cell, look. How much of a prison cell is that, by the way? Crazy.
Oh, people are asking for a room tour. That is something I can definitely do. Let me
Hell yeah! This
get
is
this
the
room
fucking
tour going.
this
All
is
right,
the fucking content that we need.
all right.
Holy
This
shit!
is
Filler, fucking
all right.
45-minute intro
Hold
level
on, let me
trainer.
pull up
So
my webcam so I know what people are seeing. Okay,
wrap it up, don't
So,
be so weird.
I have my desk.
I've played it a bit now.
I got you guys here. I got my computer. I got my desk. That computer, if I can, that'll focus. RTX 3070.
Oh, the 3070. Damn.
Yes, I'm currently broke. I have rowing stuff because I row. I have
Any
this
rowers?
definitely not stolen thing on my wall that wasn't used in an official college function, and cannot be traced to me in any way, shape, or form.
This is why he's in prison, guys. He stole that. They got.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm
Yes.
here. I lied about killing people. And then I have the window, and
To the window, to the wall.
you can see there's people outside. Maybe I don't know if
Yeah.
you can see that.
No, there is grass though.
There's
So,
grass. There's definitely grass.
You know, you have grass outside for
Let's
weird.
open up the window. Actually, let's. I could leave if I just wanted to bust in that. I don't know. That's too thin to see. Oh,
Hi. I don't know what the hell you guys are up to. But
we're stalling.
We're
We're
literally
stalling, Solomon.
we're stalling. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and this is all under my bed.
Because we can have a look at the schedule.
Oh, we can look at the schedule. We don't have to look at my room anymore. That's good.
Let's go.
That is. Here we go. This is the schedule. This is for round 2. They are, I think, seems mostly fine. Although I am aware one of them has forfeit because one of the players no longer has power, which really sucks. I believe that's Team Ignition. I believe. So I think that's being sorted out in the captain's chat. So just give us a minute. So Team Your, what an awful name. Just give us a minute. But this is the schedule. So on this stream, we'll be having Maid Café Light versus Redemption Burger. Okay, it's not Ignition, sorry. It's Weird Squad. Weird Squad forfeit. My apologies. So Amengus Sus will have a not in game, but you can talk about that in the captain's chat if you need that. We have Maid Café Light versus Redemption Burger. I'll make sure that's actually live because that's what we're going to be focusing on. I am stalling so that I can press the right button because I can't find the right button. I pressed it in the wrong thing. It's not going well. Give me a look through if you know any of these verses. What do you guys think about these matches that we're coming into?
Well, the only thing that I know about Maid Cafe Light is that I saw the OD Maid Cafe Light roster on Twitter, and it looked very good.
Yeah.
So
my drifters, but I mean it's drifters, so no shame in that.
They were at some point a contenders team.
Well, it's not the same drifters at all.
No.
Well, yeah. We're trying to.
It's just a funny duck. It's all the same. But yeah.
Listen. Drifters is now. I forget what it's called. The things that's like, you kill it and then you stuff it and then you still have it. I forget what it's called.
Ship of Theseus.
Yeah, sure.
Really is
That's what I was talking about.
A lot of taxidermy.
Yes, it's a taxidermy of the original bird that was Drifters.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to give Recurve some confidence here, okay? His ego needs to be inflated even more.
Agreed.
I think that is something that we at BPL should do more of.
Yes. Poor Recurve.
Yeah, poor Recurve. His ego is. We're starting a fund to rebuild his ego.
Anyway, so it's going to be Maid Cafe Light versus Redemption Burger. If anyone doesn't know, that is Allwyn's team. It's Allwyn, Thomason, Frags, and Dynamic. Honestly, based on logo alone, I will have to give it to Redemption Burger because they have Gordon Ramsay, and the logo is kind of making me hungry.
There's also Allwyn, and I think that chat is always rooting for Allwyn.
Allwyn Copium.
So, yeah, Allwyn for BPL champion 2022.
Unfortunately, though, I think against the Maid Cafe Light team, I think they may have to snort an incredible amount of copium. I think this might have to be injected into every pore in your body to be high enough on copium to believe that the all-win game take this one.
Yeah. But we will see. We should be getting into this game pretty soon now that we have all of the games set up. So we should be able to start setting up the lobbies and all that stuff. So unfortunately, we won't have to do any more stall content of showing Jace's room next time because there's not much more of a room to show.
Oh, there is. This just is my room. It's just pitch black. That's it. See, look, darkness, chat.
Yeah, it's just like my heart. Jace is actually living inside of my heart.
Ah, yes.
Not just metaphorically, but literally.
It's understandable, to be honest. I'm quite charismatic. As you can tell by my dashing good looks and the fact that the mask and fringe don't cover up 75-90% of my face.
Yeah.
Any predators for this one, by the way? For any mods in chat, /pred for the all-win versus the Maid Cafe Clash. Redemption Burger versus Maid Cafe Light. Let's see what the chat thinks. I'm gonna open it up in a separate window so we can get and start the preds.
Yep. So, don't have word on when we'll actually be getting into lobby or anything like that, but believe that I think technically Maid Cafe Light is the higher seed, so they should be able to pick the first map.
I believe Maid.
Although I don't really think that the map choice is going to matter as much in this tournament. I mean, it's not like there's going to be specific strategies that are going to be pulled out. I mean, some maps are obviously going to be better for snipers and close range and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, you're not really scrimming on these maps, so you don't have a preferred map to go to. So
Yeah.
I think people are just going to pick their favorite maps. Personally, I'd like to see some Kanazaka. My favorite map in this pool. So hopefully we'll see that.
I'm trying to find what team probably got Golira right. The UK representatives. Yeah, it's Lukey Boy, IW, BW, Sheep, and Todos. So they are currently the give a bit of background to those guys. And Golira are playing against Vibe Voice, which is going to be Teku, Georgie, Garden, and Anissa. That's going to be a good one to check out. Those guys are currently champions of UK collegiate esports. They're part of the University of Portsmouth Paladins, and that's a very
getting into the map.
Team. And we are getting to the map. Finally, we get to see
Let's
Overwatch.
Finally, no more of our faces and so much more Overwatch. So, I think that
Let me refresh.
I think that the overlay is swapped.
Yes, it should be. I've gone over to it now.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to see. Yeah, it looks like this the double DPS coming out from Redemption Burger and the double tank coming out from Maid Cafe Light. So already we're seeing some different compositions.
Yeah, we've got a Hog Zarya Bap, I think, pretty standard combo for Redemption Burger, but it's not too bad. The double DPS definitely going to be working with the ball comp, as the screen has currently gone black for me, and it's very stuffed. I might have to swap over perspective here. Any second, it's probably going to be in my internet thing, so I'll hand it over to Drayton as we get into this first fight.
Yep, we're going to see the Zen, obviously, for Redemption Burger. They're going to be running that, and it's just going to be able to put a lot of pressure onto these tanks. So Pandemonium is going to be going on that Baptiste, so both going for, that's a big hook by Green Bean onto Tomathan. That's going to give them the first kill and give them at least some semblance of a control here for Maid Cafe Light. I do believe that the overlay is still switched. It's going to be Mazzino coming in a bit aggressively here, and that's going to force out the hook. So that keyed cooldown is out of the way already, and now we get the overlay fixed for us. The pulse bomb is going to be coming up from recurve. It's not going to be able to kill anybody, but Alwyn will be taken down. Mazzino dropping in one of his own, not going to be able to find anybody, so neither pulse bomb finding any value in this opening fight, but Maid Cafe Light is finding a lot of that value as they found 4 kills already. Make that 5.
Yeah, 5 kills down, and they really do, Redemption Burger, need that ball of Tomathan to go in and create this space. But I think in the same way that you can just AFK in the Kanazaka room, I think Maid Cafe Light are going to be absolutely chilling, and they're just going to happily sit inside these rooms and really use that hook of Green Bean to punish. And if they can find this ball every time, they're going to be able to blow him up just so much damage. These Zarya bubbles are going to be ramping up as well. Don't think Zarya is the best choice considering the burst of the fight, but hey, it's going to work nonetheless. Ahi he's not going to be ashamed. He's not going to be scared to swap over to something like a Diva or Sigma if that comes up. Frags, though, forces the chance to try and save Thomas, and he goes down. That's a lamp that comes out. All bubbles expended. Looks like Redemption Burger just going to have to chill. Green Bean pushes the tempo there and gets both supports with the help of Ahi.
Yeah, so it looks like there's going to be a composition switch. No more Tracer. It's going to be Mazzino switching over to that Lara. Alwyn has switched off the McCree a little bit ago. Was on that, now on the Brig. So Alwyn Brig, something that we've seen a lot of. Mazzino's going to be taking a little bit of chunk damage here, but that seems like a pretty decent shot that did a whole lot of damage to the three players on Maid Café Light. Gonna be recurve dropping in that pulse bomb. Not gonna be able to find anybody with that. So that's just two pulse bombs that have gone wide. Recurve. Tomlinson getting in now. Mazzino finish off the kill. They finally have their first kill on the board. Make that two. Finally coming alive here are Redemption Burger. They found 2 kills in this fight, but it's 2 to 14 at this point. And Tomlinson's gonna be taken down. You get 2 kills, but at what cost?
Oh, these quick respawns. In a disaster, and they try and go for Ahi, and I think that's the primary target to reset his energy, but look at the energy that Ahi is on, 83, and the Kane slowly, but Bubble's coming up any second now. He's going to find himself the Mercy as well with the help of Nope, going to get the solo kill himself as Rico goes crazy on that Zodiac, there's no field. Pharmacy, I think, is the right option. It's a little bit of a prayer. Then there we go, Rico showing his dominance, not just the Sarah wants to play the he'd be sitting about on the patch on the Mercy before there quickly. However, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Lamp forced early means that now Pandemonium is going to be in very, very, perilous position, but no. Okay, yeah, he's going to get taken down by French.
Yeah, and it's 5 to 25 right now. Make that 4 to 26, 27 now as Recurve finally gets the pulse bomb to stick. It's going to be both supports out of the way. Mazzino is still going to avenge the frog on his team. Is able to get Green Bean as well. So now they have a little bit of momentum here, but it's only 1 kill away from winning for Maid Café Light. They've come out with a really good start on this first map. For that last final blow, focusing down Alwyn on that Mercy. How poetic would it be? And Alwyn is going to be taken down, and that's going to be the 30-6 win for Maid Café Light. It's an absolutely dominant first map.
Yeah, Maid Café never really looked like they were going to drop that. They played the high ground control borderline perfectly, and it just felt like they never had the answer. But unfortunately, the maps go so quick, and whatever happened is that when the respawns come in like that, they're just unable to regather and sort of assess the situation. It really can be a runaway snowball in the 4v4. What Maid Café did, which was really good, essentially, they just kept pushing them. They kept finding these angles. The Tracer being able to cover the flank, the Hog being able to fish out for the picks when he's got both cooldowns available as well. And, the Hog is never going to die with a hook and a take a breather. And a Baptiste lamp if needs be.
Oh, yeah.
As well. It's unfortunately a bit fake. I believe Fake News Redemption Burger actually did win that map. But no, we'll go into the next one to see if Alwyn's team can bounce back. I think that composition from Maid Café Light looks pretty strong. It's probably going to be something similar to what we're seeing evolve over the tournament. Hog Zarya just does so much damage in combo, and if you ever let that Zarya in a 4v4 deathmatch get over 60 energy, it's so hard to kill.
Yeah, and I mean, they really just ran the pocket hog, not the hocket pog, but you're just putting so much resources into your hogs. Just let them hit those hooks, and when there's not an objective to play around, you're just going for the frags. I mean, a 600-pound or a 600 HP tank that can one-shot combo with the majority of the people on the field, it doesn't really matter what the other team does as long as you're hitting those hooks consistently and keeping everybody alive.
Yeah,
So I think that,
exactly.
I mean, Recurve was also getting a lot of working on that Tracer, not the far one trick that we know him for in BPL, but it's a lot of that pocket hog that we saw, and I think we're going to continue to see that. And that's probably going to be, as the tournament evolves, we might see a little bit of a meta shift from these teams that are trying to go for the double support, the double DPS, kind of switch over to that double tank, as I mean, Maid Café Light put on a clinic in this first map.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Just so much value being able to be generated from the hog hook alone. And it's just one of those where sometimes the better team are just going to be too powerful, too dominant. Really is 4v4 allows the mechanical skill and the mechanical expression of each team, each individual player to come through. And oftentimes that really is what it absolutely boils down to. And I'm going to be ready to go in a second for map 2, hopefully, as I'm just going to clean up my task manager to avoid some delay so I can get back onto the clean feed. Should be good now there any second. I'm actually not quite sure what the second map is. Hopefully we should get that in the air from production or from some form of message any second now. I can't remember off the top of my head if it is Loser's Pick on the map. I assume it is. There's a very limited pool. There's some maps actually that are quite good. Yes, we're going to get on the stream. It's going to be Kanazaka. So 4v4. Kanazaka is what the map was essentially made for, released for. And I think one of the better deathmatch maps. We have a nice, interesting change, in particular on Kanazaka. We have removed the AFK in room strat. If you stand in that room, you will take, I believe it's 10 DPS per second and ever ticking increased up just to stop teams. As you can see here, AFK in this room. The name is suitable. It was won, I believe it was by Blase and a couple of people from American Tornado, and they actually just managed to win the tournament by AFK in the room. But comps are going to be similar, so perhaps Maid Café can look to AFK in another room, but one that's not quite as aggressive.
Yeah, so we're going to see pretty much the exact same comp from each team. Maid Café Light, no changes here other than who's playing the tank. So Green Bean, I don't know if it's an account switch or, but Alwyn is going to be taken down early by Higo, and that's going to be the early pick that they're looking for. But Frags is able to find a pick off the back of it onto the support. So now the front line of Maid Café Light kind of a bit vulnerable if you can find Ahi without a bubble, and it looks like exactly what Mazzino is looking to do. He's now going to get that pocket back from Alwyn, and forcing out the recall from Tracer early is going to be good. Pandemonium has switched over to the Ana, no longer on that Baptiste, just trying to deal a little bit more, but Tomathan this time is going to be the one getting the kill with that nice headshot. Now it seems like the entire strategy of Redemption Burger has switched to just focus that Ana. That's where they found both of their kills so far. See what they can do about negating the effect of these tanks and just focus on diving the Ana in the backline.
Yeah, it absolutely is going to be a game of cooldown poker for Redemption Burger. They need to find the Ana of Pandemonium. From there, Mazzino can just go absolutely crazy with this damage boost on the fire. He's putting in so much work anyway. Trades 1-for-1 though. But with 3 to 5 up for the side of Maid Café Light, they are well in the lead. They're just going to be able to chill for a second. The longer these fights go on, that means that Recurve can generate the stick. The barrage doesn't come down to find anyone. Unfortunately, gets swept up by Ahi and Pipo. Once again, he's been posturing to this hot the entire round. Landed a few so far as well. Almost as the sleep goes on to Mazzino and gets taken down by the right click from that Roadhog.
Yeah, and this strategy just isn't a long-term strategy that can really work. I mean, if you're able to adapt like Maid Café has to dealing with this incoming kind of sort of dive, but Mazzino's gonna be able to take down Recurve there. If you're able to adapt, it's kind of difficult for the value to really be found. I mean, Pandemonium is gonna be taken down, but again, you're trading yourself, and that's not the ideal situation you want to be in. Always able to get the res off, but he's gonna pay with it for his life, and really just feeding that kill yet again. But Maid Café Light, they're putting on a clinic yet again, although Redemption Burger are putting up a much better fight.
They absolutely are. It's getting better, and Thomason going over to Sigma, I think is not too bad. Mazzino going to opt to swap off the Farah. A bit disappointed about that one, as I think the Mazzino-Orwin combo potentially really was their team to win condition. It's going to be double support as they hyper push onto these tanks. They managed to find Pandemonium through the wall of meat, but he trades back on, and then we get another right click to almost one-shot Mazzino. Res picked up though onto the Sigma. The bubble goes down as well. Ahi, look at how much energy he's got. He's going to chew through this Lucio. So much energy, so much charge. Ahi running absolutely rampant. The BPL Season 2 MVP making a showcase statement on this second map.
Yeah, now the grab's going to come out as well, and that's going to feed Recurve the kill, and so is the rest of the team going to follow up onto that. And it's kind of more of the same. We're seeing a little bit more effort, or a little bit more of a fight being put up by Redemption Burger, like I said earlier. But again, it's just, there's so much damage that's put out. That's a nasty hook onto Mazzino. Pipo really getting a lot of value on this hog so far. I mean, the hog Zarya, it's so hard to deal with. And then it looks like Alwyn is going to be switching over to the hog himself. No more Alwyn Mercy. So Pandemonium is going to be humming up on this window, is going to drop it in, but the Flux, that's going to be taking them out of the effective range of that window. It's going to be Mazzino falling down, but Tomathan is going to be pay with it for his life. Recurve, a little bit of a naughty word in the chat, but Mazzino just with some nice tech onto Pandemonium. But both Baps are now down. It's within 10 kills, so I mean, crazier things have happened, but now it's only 5 kills remaining for Maid Café Light. That's a pig and a team kill away. So Redemption Burger, they're going to have to do quite a bit here to make up those 18 kills that they have to get.
Yeah, and something that we haven't mentioned, chat, is when you manage to wipe the team kill, you actually deduct the enemy team a point. So it really is crucial that you go for these wipes as often as possible. That could obviously lose you in a trade or two, though, so very, very risky. But looks like to no sweat at all of Maid Café, they're going to follow on, though. Mazzino finds that BAP with no cooldowns, however, gets taken down by people. And I just wonder now, Redemption Bird have finally gone over it. They say that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, and Redemption Bird have just said, fuck it, we're going to mirror.
Yeah, and I mean, they're kind of at their last legs. If Peepo hits one hook and is able to get a kill off the back of it, it's going to be up to Frags and Thomas to just have these really good cooldown usages with the Immortality Field and the bubbles. It's going to be all when popping that ultimate. And Mazzino's going to be able to get a kill off the back of that, but it's going to be GG over here. It's going to be 2-0 win for Maid Café Light. Never really in doubt.
No, not really. And particularly when they got to that team wipe there to deduct them back down, they had that space control, they had the inside, and it really just was a matter of seconds before they were able to close it out. And it was 29 to 15, and it was all just when you have something like a hug and a tracer, it's a pulse bomb, or it's just a single hug and it can end the entire series right there. But two quick maps from Maid Cafe, like kind of speed running that one. They're going to move in on looking very interesting. Hopefully, these guys get to match up against the University of Portsmouth squad. I would love to see that matchup. That would be a very, very close and intense game, I'm sure. But for now, this one, unfortunately, 2-0. But, the 1-on-1 All-Win Dream is alive, Copium. And I'm sure Redemption Bed will be back because specifically on that second map, they made some adjustments. Mazzino on that Farah did so much work with the pocket of All-Win. So if they can figure out how to play around that on some maps against some lesser teams, they're going to be able to find value. Particularly on Kanazaka, the Farah looked way better, looked way more destructive in those open spaces compared to the Black Forest, where sort of Maid Cafe were just able to sit inside and chill. They just had so many self-defensive cooldowns to be able to sustain against those rockets at interval periods.
Yeah, and some updates on the other scores. We got Golira taking the 2-0 over Vibe Voice. Yor is going to be going down, probably as a result of their name. They lost 2-0 to Ignition. And Plat Gatekeepers have also won 2-0. So, I mean, each of these matches so far has been a 2-0. We're still waiting on 3 results, so maybe a couple other matches could finally give us a 3-match series. But we're looking to really get into this, and we're getting a replay here. I mean, Ahigo just did so much. I mean, MVP for a reason, Pandemonium, and with the 1v1 against the FAR. I mean, that's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, very
much. It was just never in doubt that Maid Cafe were going to win this map.
No, so much individual player making, nice inventive grab as well to get the Mercy, to get the ball, and then to get the Farah who was unable to escape with the res. And as we said, he had so much energy. Even 40 can be enough in this mode. But once I think even so, once you let this Zarya get up to 100 energy, give it to anyone in the Bad Pachimara League, and they're going to be doing damage with it. It's just absolutely crazy when you can get that pocket from that Baptiste. And this is a really interesting, really creative window though from Pandemonium. This is sort of thing you can bring over from the 6v6 mode of the game. Mirror, I think, or Window, a very, very good counter into that gravitic flux and kind of left them in the room. It really meant that Thomason, I believe, on the Sigma had nowhere to go and was just kind of forced to hide back, so he couldn't really focus down that flux. A nice bit of interaction there. Some good macro that has been brought over in a mode that is normally known for its mechanical, but I think we're going to get the final kill any second. Now, nope, never mind. Just get the grab from
just the tease.
Nicely peeled away from All-Win.
Yeah, and I mean, so far, I mean, there hasn't really been anybody who can step up to Maid Cafe Light, and I mean, it's just there's going to be this composition that's just defining how Maid Cafe Light are playing. They never really switched anybody off of their roles. I mean, Pandemonium didn't really was the only one who really switched. So there was the switch between the Ana and the BAP, and I mean, it at that point it doesn't really matter. I mean, the tanks are the ones that really matter. But we are going to go to a break soon. We're going to be going into that real shortly. And one last score update: Cuttlefish Bandits yet again a 2-0. So we're still waiting on the results for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie versus Wichita Whippersnappers, and Amengus Sus and the Weird Squad are the only matches we're still waiting on. So once we get those scores, we will let you know. But again, it's been 2-0s in every single series so far.
Yeah, and the competition is going to increase. I believe there was Yeah, actually, yeah, straight sweeps throughout across the board, and not something I thought I would see. But the steam trains have been rolling. We're going to be going over to a break any second now, as we're going to get into soon. Again, apologies. I'm sure on behalf of the production, this was a bit stuffed, but Tox is having to do a hell of a lot of work to get this production up. And I'm glad that we can at least bring some of the games to you. And yes, we started a bit late, but we're going to be getting ramping here any soon. So that's going to be it for us. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And stay in chat. Maybe get your preds in for the next couple of games. Have a break and come back in maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll get into the next game of the Resurge Trophy 4 tournament. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you in a bit.
Hi, welcome back to the stream. We're live.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
We
we are currently so do a bit more seeding. Just waiting on a few matches. We have a few confirmed, which we can show on the schedule. I believe that's ready. Which are some games. Ignition versus Maid Café Light. They are both 2-0, I think, at the moment, and Amengus Sus versus Golira, who are, I think, both 1-1. Looks like that's a win. That's a win. Yeah. Okay. So those are the two that we have confirmed. We'll be streaming something soon. But hi chat, how are you doing? That's really what we're here for.
Yeah, so somebody say something in chat, so we're not just staring at nothing. All right.
No.
But in the meantime, since some results have come out, we are still waiting on one more match result.
No.
But Amengus Sus 2-0'd, so they won their match.
Well, Amengus is got a bye essentially, because the Weird Squad was forfeit, so they kind of get a 2-0 bye technically.
Okay.
You see the standings here. We're currently waiting on that match. You see that they're at 0-1 or 0-2 there. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie, music from the movie, something is the full name, and the Wichita Whippersnappers. They're currently playing their third map because they drew their second map. It went to the full match of 8 minutes and then went like 17-17, and that was a draw. So that's how that happens. So we're just waiting for that one to finish, and then we can do the final match setups. But yes, we have a few ready. Yeah, it was weird, and the only proof we have is on Donk's stream, and he's just cranked that up, so it's all deep fried because of course he has.
It hurt my eyes. It hurt my eyes.
Fucking Donk. Nice.
So-
Love to see it.
What are you gonna do? If we check the schedule, you can see the matches that have been confirmed so far. But that's kind of it at the moment. We have 2 confirmed, and we'll be confirming the other 5. How do you draw? You have the same score at the end of the time. That's how they did it. It was 17-17 at 8 minutes. So I don't know how that happened, but it did. So there you go.
Yeah, so we're waiting on that one. I mean, if, at the very least, we finally have a match that wasn't just a 2-0 on 2 maps. So,
Yes,
I mean, that's something.
that's always a benefit. Always a bonus. Let me check and see what our ETA or what our status is right now.
Yep, so we're just waiting on the last of that stuff to get done. So I'm not sure which match we're going to be casting for this next one, but after this third round, we will be having the play-ins. And much like the NBA play-ins, I'm very confused, and I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure how it works, but we're going to have the 8 seed versus the 9 seed and the 7 seed versus the 10 seed. Those seeds will be determined by the first 3 rounds. All the other lower seeds will be going home. And then the first 6 seeds are guaranteed a spot in tomorrow's matches. So that is how we
pretty
were going
much
to be going. And
Yeah. I think the NBA play-ins make more sense, actually, because they were similar to the play-ins of I believe it's like the same format of the Overwatch League one we saw in Season 3, where you've got, is it the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th seed play in some sort of like seeded knockout, and single elim, and then 2 of those teams get a chance to go into the actual playoffs. So obviously the winners of that, I believe, probably face the number 2 seed, and then the second place face the number 1 seed.
yeah,
Something like
so
that.
bit of
The NBA
preview.
sense.
Bit of preview for tomorrow. We will be having seed 1 go up against the we're gonna have seed 1 go against the winner of the first play-in, which is gonna be 8 versus 9. Seed 2 will then be going against the winner of 7 versus 8. Seed 4 versus seed 5. Seed 3 versus seed 6. And then quarterfinals 1, which is seed 1 versus play-in 1, will be going up against the winner of the second quarterfinals, which I believe is seed 2 versus play-in 2. So we could be seeing some pretty solid matchups in that one, and then seed 3, quarterfinal 3 versus quarterfinal 4. It's gonna be 3, 4, 5, or 6 coming out on top there. If I think I understand that correctly.
Yeah. So pretty much what happens is I don't think the seeds are reorganized, but it's obviously very, very beneficial to get a high seed as you'll be playing basically the lowest seed at pretty much all points in the tournament. So that seed 1 is going to be, look, you're going to be going up against seed 8 or seed 9, and you're probably going to be getting seed 4 or 5, I believe. Looks like we're actually getting into a replay match here. I see this is...
Oh no, I don't... This hurts my eyes.
Yeah, this is deep fried way too Donk. 13-7, Donk going to be on the Sigma with...
I can't believe you've done this.
About as much visual clarity as Stevie Wonder in a pitch dark room.
So yeah, this is the one that he deep fried the hell out of. So yeah.
I don't like watching this.
Krusty Krab that for God. What the?
I don't want to look at this.
Yeah, just it's.
Can I boycott this?
My eyes.
Look at it.
I don't want to.
Guys, people watch this, by the way. If anyone remembers Tilted Coin in the chat, people unironically sat and enjoyed this kind of video quality. And haha, funny deep fried Flankerissa man, but like, people watch this like unironically, or perhaps ironically.
So this is the match that we're currently waiting on.
Yeah.
Because they drew their second map, maybe. It looks like so Donk's team is
winning.
I think the SpongeBob one. I don't know.
Yes, I think it is. Yeah.
So this is SpongeBob SquarePants versus Wichita Wafer Snappers. It's currently 1-0.
So it's Donk, Obi, Cinex, and a mystery fourth person that I can't read because of the fucking kill feed.
Camera.
Is it camera?
Yeah.
What's
our plan here? This is quite the viewing experience.
I can probably
really...
show this on my overlay. Yeah, just about. Kind of see what's going on, but not really.
It's interesting to go for the Sigma. I think Sigma is going to be very good in this game mode. Just the amount of cooldowns that you can use, but this is... God, this is...
I don't think there's any analysis to be had. This is a spectacle to me. We must suffer through together.
Gets another flip though, lightning fast. Oh my god,
that's a good kill. I mean,
huge flux from Donk though. Should be cleaning up off that. They do lose one forward though, but 19-12 with 2 minutes left on the clock. I think even if they want to push this, they could just chill. There's no reason to do anything too aggressive for Donk's team here. And the split shot step has moving with a 1-0 already. Probably just trying to close this out in 2-0 there. Wichita Whippersnappers. But who knows? Like, you know, with the quality of the stream, Wichita could be 32 kills up. We don't know. We just have no clue.
Yeah, there are numbers and figures on the screen, and I believe that I understand what they mean. But I think there's a minute and a half or so left. So I mean, this could be another time limit one. If this ends with a 2-0, I think it'll be the most interesting 2-0, at the very least. So I mean, there's something going for SpongeBob SquarePants, maybe.
They're bringing the content at least, you know.
Their name matches the quality of the stream, and I think that's very nice of them to be on brand.
Former Resurge main tank Joe Badonk really bringing the content here on his stream. Along with as well, I believe, a champion of Battle Royale Season 2, Cinex. Cinex really popped off in the finals, I remember. And obviously, Obi is, I believe, MVP of the B League as well. So this team is by no means you know, they may look like they're hard memeing, and they definitely are, but they've got some talent behind them, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely talent. Obviously, none in the stream quality department.
No, not. Yeah. I think this is a talent. To be fair, it's a talent to stuff this fucking hard. You know,
like, I feel like you just hit all the settings and you put them at their lowest possible settings, and I don't think that's that hard to do.
I believe that is 2-0.
All right, it's finally done. It looks like he got all golds, but I have no idea what color that is.
Yeah, that could be silvers. That could be silvers at the same time.
That could also be bronze, but at least it's over.
Yes, thank God. My eyes are now. Yeah.
My eyes are readjusting to normal viewing things. Oh no, it was a 2 to 1 to 1. It looks like.
Yeah, it was 2-0-1, I think. What was it? Oh, it was two.
I mean, in the match results,
with
it's
4 maps.
2-1-1.
Oh
So
man.
4 maps and a 3 map, and a first 2.
The classic four maps in the first of 2. You love to see it.
Yeah.
I think my eyes are permanently scarred. I'm still adjusting to seeing everything normally.
Deep
I
fried.
have artifacts of the garbage scuff that I've just seen.
Burned deep through my retinas into my inner cortex and maybe perhaps into my unconscious brain and maybe even my frontal lobe. It's just deep fried dankness as the SpongeBob SquarePants movie take it 2-1.
And these are the teams with the longest and stupidest names, which just break all of my overlays. Like, look at this. What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed glasses before. I'm gonna need different kind of glasses now.
I'm gonna need fucking, what is it called? Oh, never mind.
LASIK or something. Like, Jesus.
No.
I need a brand new set of eyes.
Yeah.
What's the hallucinogenic drug, chat? It's something. Oh my, I forgot the name of it.
Acid, shrooms.
No, it's a three-letter acronym.
I'm just listing drugs at this point.
3-letter acronym for the hallucinogenic drugs.
LSD.
Yes, LSD.
PCP.
That's it. Yeah, LSD. I'm gonna need some LSD after watching that stream. Like, holy. But it's legal in the UK, obviously. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, we at Bad Patch in our league do not encourage you to use drugs. But if you know where to get some, you should let me know.
Perhaps marijuana may be consumed during a Donk OW stream for your safety and long-term beneficiary health. Apart from that, though, stay away, stay focused, stay sober. And
we did not like your
absolutely not doing that, Donk. But be right here.
Can we ban him?
Game. Yeah, can we ban Donk for that ridiculous eyesore? That was the reverse of eye bleach.
Can I have him pay for the eye surgery that I'm gonna need now?
You do.
Like
Jesus. Needs a lot more than Jesus, Shazam. Jesus, Jesus, what a man, literally got mercy resed 3 days in the tomb and did some incredible things. Whether you believe he was there or not, whether you believe he was brown or white, whatever. This guy was a man of miracles, but
he can't fix what we just
could not resurrect a Donk stream. It was not quite sure about that one. Some things are better left in the tomb, and I think for our memories, for our mental health, the Donk stream is definitely one of them. But nonetheless, they're going to take the victory and move on. So now they're going to get a higher seed, and let's hope to see them push on. We've got some good talent in that team stacked. Sinek Tanobi is a good DPS duo as well, and I believe Sinek probably on the flex role would make more sense, considering definitely the more the higher SR player, but. Not actually quite sure which the flex role they have assigned for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Donk on camera support, obviously, and both those are going to be sharing that flex role. But who knows? As it is assigned, which is going to be interesting. You can't sort of, I believe, swap these flex roles mid-map. We sort of had everyone assigned and seeded based on. So
I think the only player that can change is the assigned flex.
Yeah, pretty much the only one.
I know we saw Alwyn switch to tank from support.
Yeah.
So I think we're just waiting on the final match lineups to come out. Actually, yeah, they're here. So if we can get that pulled up, we have Ignition versus Maid. Oh, never mind, it's gone.
Nope. Gone with the wind. Lee J gone with the wind as we get into the standings.
All right, here we go. Ignition versus Maid Café Light. Amengus Sus versus Golira, Ewer versus Redemption Burger, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie versus Cuttlefish Bandits. Black Gatekeepers will be getting a bye.
Pretty low.
And Wichita Whippersnappers versus Texas Hard, and then Wait What versus Vibe Boys. So a lot of teams that will be fighting for the last couple spots, I believe. I'm not. If we can pull up the.
How are Vibe Boys doing, actually? Those are the homies. Part of the Teku Discord, I believe it's Teku, Anissa Georgie, and I forgot the last person. People leave.
Alright, so currently, the teams that are looking like they're guaranteed, or right now the top 6, which will be getting a bye, or will not have to go into the play-in tournament, are Maid Cafe Light, Ignition, Cuttlefish Bandits, Ewer, Amengus Sus, and SpongeBob SquarePants movie. 4 teams will be fighting for that last spot, but obviously out of the running for that. But Wichita Whippersnappers and Texas Hard, I think they might be able to sneak their way into the. I think Whippersnappers have the best chance just because of the maps, but they're gonna have to take a 2-0, and I think that
I do want to note that I didn't fully finish building this. You can see that the 2-3 is just like the people who won with a map less. Just like I
true.
haven't actually, it's not actually sorted properly. It's a
okay.
kind of
Well, the top 3 are the top 3.
the top 3, the top 3, the bottom 3, the bottom 3. So
Yeah. The middle is just kind of.
We'll sort it out.
just deciding which game we're going to stream, and then matches are about to start again for round 3.
Amengus Sus versus Golira, Paul's champ.
Yeah, I was about to ask, can we choose? Because I was going to choose that one.
I can ask production.
All right. Well, then, while we wait on that, hopefully we'll be getting Amengus Sus versus Golira, 2 of the most interesting names in the tournament. Although, I feel like watching the SpongeBob SquarePants movie without this scuffed stream would be interesting to see if there's anything to actually be gained from watching them play.
Looks like we are going to be getting that matchup. Pod.
All right, we're going to be getting Amengus Sus versus Golira, the matchup that we both asked for. So
the whole goal of this cast for me and Drayton is to rip off as many Among Us and Monkey puns as possible. Keep a counter in the chat, as many based calls. Count the puns. This is going to be one for the show reel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like 2 clips away finished from putting together a slightly professional show reel. I need 1 shit post in there, so I'm going to be absolutely fishing for it. Just going to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. But let's have some fun with this match. I believe this is going to be potentially our penultimate one or last one of the day, as it is currently.
I think it's 11. The play-in is the last one that we have today after this.
Nice, so penultimate one, because I need food at some point. I've not eaten today. However, I woke up like 3-4 hours ago, so it's calm.
I get my food delivered to the prison cell, and
true.
It varies in quality.
True.
But Solomon has not sent my meal yet, so
no. Let's go through Amengus Sus, who's on this roster, Drayton. Pull it up for me.
Yep. For Amengus Sus, we have Illuminus, Hyper Knight, we have Genesect, we have Joshin, and we have Jax. So somebody's gonna be on the bench, and somebody could come off of the bench for this team. So Amengus Sus, they have a pretty solid team of a bunch of A League and B League players. So I think I remember casting for over a lot of these guys. So gonna be looking forward to see how they perform in this one.
Hog. Just got a thing from the DM if anyone gives a shit about League esports. Former Boston Uprising, former Shanghai Dragons, and former Dallas Fuel main tank Gomsu has just been signed to the 100 Thieves Academy roster. So he'll be in the second tier of the LCS, if anyone cares. Some good news from DMs. But nonetheless, we are focusing back onto Overwatch. We've got some recognizable names among us. Illuminus, obviously the select support for Resurge.
Illuminus is at prom, though, so we're not going to be seeing Illuminus today.
Okay, Illuminus will be on
that. Gives us our confirmed roster.
Yeah, of Jack, who is, he might pull out the Doomfist. We saw it in Tech Record a couple of days ago, and it was rather cracked on the fist. Most likely going to be on the main tank, though. Joshin going to be pulling out potentially the patented Farah, I believe.
And then Hyper Knight and Genesect are wrapping out. One of these guys is going to have to flex, obviously. So we'll be waiting to see who's. I think they might be running the ball. I feel like Golira are going to be wanting to run the monkey. Just based off, I have a slight hunch based off of the names, what they want to run. But I have been wrong before. That is a thing that I am often. So we could be seeing those come out. I mean, obviously, the Hog and Zarya have been kind of the different compositions have been interesting to see. So should be getting to this match pretty quickly or pretty soon, hopefully. I don't want to have to show my room again. I don't know how much I trust you guys to not show up at my front door just because you looked outside my window and saw something you recognized. So don't track me down. I will not give you an autograph. As much as you may want it, and as much as that autograph would be very incredibly valuable, obviously,
True.
you're gonna have to pay me for it.
Future Contenders caster, after all, it's in the name.
Yeah, it's in half of my Discord names.
No.
It's also in my Twitter bio. Speaking of my Twitter bio, at DraytonCasts and at JacePT_, if you wanna follow us. I mean, not that you have to, but I showed you my room. Please follow me.
I'm on 184 followers right now, so kind of close to 200, kind of. My Twitter content is absolutely dry until the leg day companion streams of the early morning APAC games, and there I'm just constantly shit posting. In the meantime, though, you'll probably just see me retweeting stuff and simping on the timeline. I have the license for it, don't worry. But apart from that, yeah, kind of dry Twitter content. But, we have some fun, as much as fun as possible. We may partake in a minuscule amount of trolling during this upcoming game. But it's all for a bit of fun.
Yep, so...
Hi, how's it going? We're about to be ready for Amengus Sus versus Golira.
Let's go.
You can see both of these teams are 1-1. Actually, we're heading in game right now.
Oh, we are.
Pulse champ.
Fantastic.
Love to see it.
All right, so as quickly as he came, Solomon is now no longer with us. May he produce in peace. So we should be getting into this, obviously. Although I think he's back.
Hi. Yeah, Pluto when both teams didn't say "oh" or something. I don't know. I will just blame Pluto either way.
Blame Pluto. That is a
Hashtag blame
solid
Pluto in
strategy.
the chat.
It's an easy one, you know.
Poor Pluto.
I
Production
mean,
crew at BP are getting really hounded in the off season.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I could run a similar level of production. I mean, I don't know. But I prefer to be the face. Be the face of DPL, and Genesect giving us the insider information. I don't know how you make the rules correct and then uncorrect, but it looks like we're gonna be coming into Kanazaka.
I'll cut it again.
I've been asking for. I've always been asking for it. It's my favorite map in this pool, and we're gonna be seeing quite a bit of. All right, we're gonna be seeing the pretty standard comp coming out from Amengus Sus. We're gonna be seeing that Hog Zarya with the Tracer and the Baptiste, compared to the other meta that we saw from with the double main support, the Wrecking Ball, and the Pharah, and that's gonna be able to get the kill onto Hyper Knife. And now Jack getting that hook on is not able to get the kill onto IDWBU.
IW, just to make that easier for you.
IW, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Alright, so now the teams are kind of disengaged, but now he's going to get rid of the IW. Jack with the finish off onto that hook. Going to be the Wrecking Ball coming around here. And just playing it so slowly right now. Both teams even. It's going to be IW getting caught out.
Oh, no, it's not. IW
Not
even
quite caught out.
And it really is. We saw the ball pharmacy work kind of decently last time against Maid, Café, but Lukey Boy and Todos do have this synergy on this ball farmer. Todos is probably one of the better farmers in the UK scene in general. He's gotten really, really high on that. Definitely a very flexible player as well. And Sheep, a very solid Mercy too. And there we go. The barrage goes in, finds Jack, but Joshua finds the pick onto the ball, so they're going to have to disengage this now. Okay, Todos manages to find the trade from Joshin's pulse bomb though onto his Lucio. But yeah, Todos completely in the air. This post will go down. He's going to be looking for Genesect with this damage boost. Keeps on going. Gets one. There we go. Finds him blunt. Unable to save him. Sheep going to pop this fight to keep everyone nice and healthy as they push this advantage. Todos going crazy right now on this arrow. He's just cleaning them up one by one. Oh my, Todos turned up on the 140 ping. He came to play.
Yeah, Todos is just hitting shot after shot. I mean, just the mid-airs, the direct hits. I mean, this is something that would give Recurve a run for his money. Don't let him know I said that.
I'd love to see that.
He'd probably be in my DMs very mad at me, but We're going to be getting Todos again, just trying to get aggressive here. Amengus Sus, they really need to find something here. I mean, they're running in with the beat from IW, who's going to be giving them all the...
It's a barrage again!
Ooh, but it's canceled. That's a good cancel, but it's not enough, as 2 people have fallen as well. The Orisa is quite weird. It's been out for a bit, but I haven't commented on it just because it's such a weird pick. Although it looks like the pharmacy mirror is going to come out. I'm not sure how I feel about that with the... yeah, you gotta kind of full mirror here, or at least keep just the hog. And Josh
gets sheep though. Farah's all over. Looks like going to be Justice well and truly railing down in Kanazaka. Todos gets the answer onto that Lucio. I don't mind it. I think when you're playing for kills and only kills, you can slow the game down and really take a beneficiary position to be able to deal with this Farah slowly and patiently. But Todos just continuing to ramp up this tempo. That beat from IW really snowballed it all earlier, and he found himself with a 11 kill lead now. Jack's going to pull that back to 10, but Todos is hunting for that Farah disconnected from the Mercy. Jack has found the ball of Luchi Boy in the corner, however. Yeah, there we go. Manages to go down through the Valkyrie of Sheep. Could potentially get rezzed up though. No, nice hook from Jack. Oh my. Pulls that back to even it now to, I believe, 7 apiece. There we go, gets it back up to 6. And slowly but surely, Amengus Sus are closing this gap on the University of Portsmouth, aka Gorilla.
Yeah, I mean, Jack saw that the res was coming out, called for that emergency meeting, put the hook right in the Sheep. Had to pull out one of those. I was waiting for something to give me that emergency meeting call, but I finally found it. Just like Golira have been finding a lot of kills with this pharmacy, but now Jack, just again with the help of Josh and able to take down Luki Boy, I think really we're seeing the meta kind of develop in front of our eyes, even though that's not really a meta. It's more of just whatever these players are good at, but that's just 2 directs from Josh and able to take down Todos. Kind of a bit of a far diff, although we have seen it go back and forth with these two. It's going to be IW getting caught out very low by Josh, and that's going to be... They're closing this gap to just 2 kills away.
Ooh, Sheep almost got a rough end to the cause of that highway street up above below Hanamura, but surprisingly, Amengus Sus have managed to pull this back slowly but surely. It was a 10-kill lead at one point, remember, ladies and gentlemen, even an 11-kill lead, and it's now 14-17. For Golira, University of Portsmouth. Todos don't have this barrage though. However, you are most vulnerable during that Justice Reign, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. So it looks like Todos going to elect to hold this barrage, that ultimate, that Q button for a little bit longer. Getting aggressive though with that dive. Going to go Joshin gets the 2-tap, picks up well. Okay, Joshin, doing your best recurve impression. I see you going absolutely crazy. That's a beat force from IW. There we go. The barrage finally comes down from Todos. It's mirrored immediately by Joshin. 1-for-1. Manages to get the Farah though. Here we go. The res is going to come in any second. Is denied by the boot, but Hyper Knight goes down himself, and it is all action and all blue on this left side of the kill feed. 19-19, getting into the final 10 kills here, Drayton.
Yeah, it's finally tied up here as the res comes out onto Josh and denying that kill as it was already found. Now it's going to be
good hook
on the field, but that's another great hook from Jack. He's just been catching out Sheep at every step of the way.
Yeah, again, yeah, Jack's been doing his tasks like a good little crewmate. Luckily, there's been no impostering so far. Genocide been, potentially, but one person that's been absolutely unclear. The least sus person in the entire lobby is Josh, and he's been farming on this Farah. Really, really showing up against, honestly, Todos Farah, absolutely no joke. He's going to have to go over to the Echo to try and answer against this Josh and Farah, but Jack continuing to farm with these hooks. This man is permanently camping in electrical, and no sorry to any potential venting coming in from the University of Portsmouth. Sheep gets solo falls to the melee, and yeah, really it's just a Jack and Josh show right now.
Yeah, the double J's coming out, and they're really dominant in this imposter duo, just getting so many kills. 23-21 now, so they're going to be going out, and there's not a lot of ults for Golira to work with here, although ults haven't really been the name of the game here. Jack's going to fall very low. He's going to be able to escape that focusing beam just barely. Oh my goodness. No. Jack is he's hitting the hooks today. He is on fire.
Yeah, man, threads the needle on that one. Joshin comes in with the barrage. It's now 5 kills apiece, apart. Now 3. Now Amengus Sus 3 kills away, a team wipe away from finishing the map. Joshin facing the execution beam from Todos is going to fall low. He's got that copy to save himself from the incoming hook from Jack. He's absolutely posturing on that Roadhog. finds his Ana though. It's a one trade back, but here from Gorilla, really have to slow the pace down. They really have to save it. Deep dive onto the Mercy, does manage to go down off the sound wave of the Lucio. 1 kill left for Joshin. He's going to be hunting and his team falls to Todos though. Jack looking for the hook. He's going to find him. The copy to save, it's huge. But once Todos finds that hog swap, that hog crop. Oh my god, I fucking blooded
Oh
this.
my goodness, it's a 3 kill difference here now. Jack was so close to getting that final hook, maybe got a bit too greedy there. Now it's going to be Todos has taken that kick, and he's able to get the nasty right click. That is just absolutely insane, and now he's close to evening it out. It's only 2 kills remaining now for Golira, but Amengus Sus just needs 1 good hook. They have that beat to work with here, as Sheep has just finished using their ultimate. I mean, the beat's going to come out, is going to miss Jack, but the kill came through, and Amengus Sus, they were not sus today. They're going to be taking map 1. They're going to be only 1 map away from moving on.
Yeah, there we go. They strike first. Oh, how close was that game? Now, I thought for the minute at the end that University of Portsmouth were going to be able to pull it back. Todos did so much work. He got caught in the situation, basically tanked the hook from Jack, who was unable to one-shot him, and then swapped into the hog to find a 3-piece. Immediately popped off the spawn and executed Josh and Farah as well. And oh my, but it was really a battle of these DPS with Todos and Josh and going all over the kill feed. But whilst we are only seeing the kill feed, I think overall the support from both teams, in particular Sheep and Hyper Knight, basically never ever died unless it was in the 2v2 in the air. So they did a really nice job as well. And some of the teams from the Lucios, that was so clean from Josh and really showed up. But yeah, you got to give it particularly to Jack, who was just constantly finding these hooks. And when you play the Roadhog, ladies and gentlemen, it is all about being able to find this pick with that dredge line from that Roadhog. And absolutely, you do take a big risk on this Roadhog. It offers basically nothing but kill potential, and the kill potential was found, and it was honestly quick, fast, and plentiful. An absolute bountiful harvest from Jack on that Roadhog returns. That man was collecting like the taxman there with that cooldown.
Yeah, I mean the hooks all day. He was just, like you said, he was farming those kills. I think honestly, I think that was the biggest difference in these comps. I mean, Golira, I mean, there was a lot of work done by the Wrecking Ball, but it wasn't nearly as much as what was being done by the opposing Roadhog. I mean, Jack just hook after hook. He was really keeping them in that, and Golira kind of blew a 10 or 11 kill lead they had at the very beginning, and then just Jack and Josh and just clawed their way back into that. I mean, that was quite a show. I mean, and then again, they almost lost like their own 5 or 6 kill lead at the very end. So yeah, I think we're going to be for a very good series.
I think we saw what we kind of learned from that map, ladies and gentlemen, was the power of tempo and the power of snowball. Did the University of Portsmouth, aka Golira, did they derail themselves? Because that steam train was well and truly bulleting towards the finish line at a record break time. They got into over that halfway mark very, very quickly, and the wheels just kind of came off. Perhaps they sort of, as I said, derailed themselves, and they kind of went a bit too Tokyo Drift on that last corner, and that allowed Amengus to catch up. But we'll see. If it looks like Golira are going to opt to stick on this ball and Echo comp, I think it's going to be the right swap. This Echo definitely did so much work for Todos against this Farah in particular, and having that execute beam against 2 tanks, particularly that Roadhog and that ball, are going to be so deadly, particularly with the damage boost that can be offered from Sheep as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the idea of going to the Wrecking Ball here from Genesect, but I think that you're losing out on the heal. If you want to run this pharmacy, you kind of need a second healer, just to not necessarily keep Jack alive. He'll be able to do that just fine with a rebreather, but also just keep yourself alive. I mean, now it's going to be Jack caught out, and it's less about Jack, but it's also just as much about Jack. And he's going to get caught out there without his rebreather, and that's really not the best position to be in. He's going to be taken down by the focusing being of Todos. And I think eventually Genesect is going to have to switch over to the support slot, just because you need that healing to keep him alive. And it's going to be Luke Boy just riding on the head of Jack, just like Amengus Sus had rode him to the first victory. But that's a nasty stick from Todos onto Hyper Knight. The Mercies haven't traded though, so no pockets coming here. And that's a very early duplicate. Almost cost him his life though, as he's so close to the edge. Oh, that's just...
Waters. Goodbye, you go, Jack. Goodbye.
Yep, Golira just able to boop them off the edge just like a primal rage, and that's going to be a nasty hook, but just loses their ultimate before they can get it off.
Unfortunately, I think, we go. You predicted it, and it happened perfectly. Genesect going over to that Lucio just to mirror the comps. Not quite too sure what this Lucio brings, but it's been getting some good value so far, and I think just being able to peel is enough. Falls into the minefield, though, of Lukey boys. They chase and they find Jack, so 2 kills up. Now it's currently 7-0. Amengus Sus, no kills on the board. I believe they got a kill, but it was regged up by Sheep, who's just come out of Valkyrie. Lukey just manages to survive, but Joshin on his beautiful flick. Oh my, Joshin finds the fire. Finds the fire's partner, the kitten down, ladies and gentlemen. Joshin got him. And Jack picks up the other support as well as Vicky Boy is grappling for his dear life here as they're going to have to retreat, but still 5 kills apart. And Golira still with 5 minutes very much in control of this game.
Yeah, I think we cast our curse to Genesect. I mean, we called it. He went over to Lucio, and he'd been providing value on that character. And then immediately he runs into the minefield of Lukey Boy, and I think Lukey Boy has really come alive here. He must have heard me say that the Hog was getting more value because he's proving me entirely wrong. I mean, Lukey Boy has been in the kill feed so much more. Hog is just so is just such a rhythm character where it's like you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down.
You're down. You know, you're wrong.
Right. Jack, who's on the downside here, is the duplicate comes out, and Todos is able to do so much.
Yeah, and I believe the next line is you're wrong and it's right, and the only thing that's right here is Todos on this Echo absolutely farming with that copy. He found 3 off the whole odds. Of course, that ultimate generates so quickly. Lukey Boy sends Jack into the drink. Once again, he's been very familiar with those deep, cold, icy French waters. Has that Roadhog, and he's had enough. He's going to be going over to that Wrecking Ball to mirror. As he said, imitation, the most sincere form of flattery. Once again, they're going to be doing the big copycat. But Todos here finds the stick onto Josh and gets him out of the air, so that will be justice. Momentarily paused for a second as that ultimate comes down. Genesect, though, kind of impostering here on these high grounds. Not quite sure what Genesect is doing up there. He's going to get a nosebleed if he's that high up, and does manage to softly Euro beat himself to safety with those tunes on in the background as Lukey Boy finds his opposite number, Jack, on that Wrecking Ball. Oh, that's a danger.
Yeah, and I mean, the Wrecking Ball, the difference has been so insane. I mean, Lukey Boy has been finding so much value, obviously. Definitely heard me call him out for maybe not finding as much value as Jack had, but when you're on this map where at least boops are possible, I mean, Kanazaka, you can't do that at all. But now that we're on a map where people can get sent flying off the map, Joshin with 2, though, that's quite impressive. I mean, he's been coming alive for Amengus all day. I mean, if anybody's going to get, if anybody's doing their tasks, it's him, and
Absolutely.
Josh has been doing them well. I think he has the majority of the kills now for Amengus Sus. Has really been the main driving force of this team, whereas Gorilla, they have a 14 kill lead. I don't think we've really mentioned that much. I mean, we've been mentioning how much better they've been doing than Amengus Sus, but we haven't really given it a number. But now it looks like they could be throwing that lead yet again like they did on Kanazaka, as Jack and Josh are able to find some kills there. And now it's gonna, oh, that's a nasty air shot. Todos is gonna be copying the Pharah this time.
Yeah, desperation swap from Todos. That's a Lucio diff in the chat. IW falls into that river. And one thing to mention as well is when you play Pharmacy, when you play Echo Mercy comps, when you find 1, you often find 2. So whilst the gap is 7 to 18, you know, a pick or 2, 2v2 wins, and it could go to 9 versus 18. And all of a sudden the gap closes really quickly. And obviously with the nature of 4v4, all these teams are going to be fighting together. If you find 1, you can find 2, and then you can find 3. As this particularly this ball Echo Mercy duo, this ball Pharmacy duo, so both teams are going to be really stacked together, looking to go in on the same targets. Both supports now dropped for Golira. It's 10 to 20, still that 10 kill lead. Further extends to as Jack's going to be desperately trying to save himself with that tethered cord. Going to be getting chased. That's a beat to come in from Genesect to push the Echo Mercy down. And looks like, yeah, Echo Mercy just going to be chilling. Genesect doing no meaningful damage from that range as Josh gets blown up by the stickies of Todos.
Yeah, and it's going to be a boop off onto Lukey Boy. Genesect just camping that bounce pad for the Wrecking Ball to no longer have their tether and be so close to the ground. It's going to be the mines coming out just to really zone here. Both teams want to play so close to this edge here. It's so risky, but it's also so rewarding if you catch the opposing team at the wrong end of that stick. It's now going to be Jack getting quite aggressive here. Going to be nice pile drive tech just to get that damage off, and Lukey Boy, not who you're usually seeing killing Joshin, but he's going to be the one in the kill feed this time. And now it's going to be the Valkyrie coming out, but it's not going to be enough to keep Jack alive. He's going to be taken down by that focusing beam, And now Joshin has switched over to the Echo, going for the mirror now. And Jack has switched over yet again. He's gonna be going to that Hog. Wants to see if he can find a little bit of more value that he found on Kanazaka. Going for the flying hook technique. Is going to be immediately duplicated and just booped off the map. That's just some bullying right there. My goodness, the boop from everybody. And now Todos has that ultimate. He's going to be sending people flying.
Yeah, Jack is going to need a towel and a warm bath after this. This is going to be hypothermia for this pig after so many dips in the icy waters of the Chateau Guillard Lake. And oh my, Joshin, let's see if he can do as much work on the Farah as he did on this Echo there. But with 46 seconds left and basically double kills up for Golira, they only need 5 to finish the map. It potentially could be easy sailing here as we get into what could be the final fight. IW are going to commit this beat as they really look to push full throttle, increase the tempo, and close this game out.
Yeah, Golira, they just need to not die. It's 30 seconds, and every second that goes by, it's another kill that has to be taken per second or every couple of seconds. Now they need 2 kills a second, and they're not going to be, or a kill every 2 seconds. They're going to be fighting that. Now it's 12 seconds and 12 a kill lead for Golira, and it's kind of just over at this point.
Yeah.
It does go the distance, but it's going to be Golira just a dominant comeback here. They really were never in a position to, they were never down in this fight, and that's going to be them taking this map, and they're going to be tying this series up.
Yeah, 13-25 final score. That hook just quite coming out before the bell goes down, and it was really comfortable for the University of Portsmouth there. They had a hand on the neck of Amengus Sus the entire round, really just choking them out slowly but surely as Todos there showing up on the Echo with that fletter skin, good versus evil. And it was good Echo play, and it was disgustingly evil Echo play as well. You know, it was artful, it was artisan-esque, and it was a canvas that was being painted with the bodies, with the corpses, with the blood, with the splatter of the Amengus Sus, of those little crewmates as they got kind of shanked by Todos on that Echo with that focusing beam, particularly that damage boost that was applied from Sheep as well. But yeah, it was just so much. We saw the power of the Echo in this game, didn't we, Drayton? That copy that could come out onto this Roadhog time and time again as we see it here. Just gets the hook, kills one, kills his opposite number, pops the whole log, pins the Farah into the corner. She could do absolutely nothing as Joshin desperately tries to save it with the barrage, finds him, and then gets the hook onto his mercy as well. And it really was just the steam train back up and well on its course, going at full throttle, 100 miles an hour here for University of Portsmouth. But let's see if they can snowball this tempo into the final map. If it is 1-1, all to play for.
Yeah, and it's going to be the pick of Amengus Sus. They're going to have the map choice here. I think, and now that all the boot maps are gone, I think you're in a much better position if you're Amengus. I mean, obviously you're named after the Wrecking Ball, but Golira seemed to be much more comfortable in that pick. I mean, it's just the difference in value that was found from the tanks. I mean, Jack was able to do so much on Kanazaka with the Hog, but then wasn't able to do that as well on the Wrecking Ball against Golira. I mean, we saw that, I think, pretty clearly. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But it's going to be a lot for Amengus Sus to come back to. I mean, Luke Boy was just so dominant, and if they can carry even a little bit of that momentum forward, they're going to be in such a good position to win this series. We should be coming into the last map soon, just as soon as we get the confirmation of what that is. So this series will be coming to an end shortly. However, it has not been a short series so far.
Absolutely, and it's been kind of 2 quick maps. Tense though, how close is that first Kanazaka map compared to the second one? And now we're going over to the deep wilderness of Germany, onto the Black Forest. Assemble Hero is going to be counting down any second here. And once again, huge credits to the production and the casting staff. I believe it is, let me double check just so I don't forget or miss anyone. Tom the Spectator, Mark Pluto and Solomon all in the back rooms putting down absolute work. With now both of these teams on the side of the map, Amengus Sus going for, honestly, just a disgustingly imposter comp. Imitating the Maid Café light comp, basically, but Joshin is going to be on this main instead, so it's all about these angles. As Lukey Boy cannot roll into this chat room, he's going to get ward off and just honestly sent back to the spawn room as fast as you can say vented.
Yeah, so now, I mean, they're just going to hold this room. They can hold it really well. Lukey Boy is waiting for the go ahead from his team. He's looking for an opportunity, but he's going to be caught out by Jack. He's going to be forced away here very quickly. But, I mean, you're just able to hold this room, and there's not really much that can be done, but that nasty hook is not going to be able to find the follow-up. The pocket from Sheep is just too much to get through. And actually, Josh is going to be the one to fall here. So that's not... You now, all of a sudden, you can aggress much more easily into this room as...
Oh, he's just going to respawn there. He's going to respawn.
Yeah, of course. I was like, where... I thought he just died. How is he back with his team? He spawned with his team.
He just respawned right in them. Yeah, definitely not being able... But they get the kill on the butter. First blood goes over to Golira in this final match, and Todos with his damage boost is going to be on a very, very early copy. However, they compete out with this Windows. There we go. Hyper Knight pops the amplification matrix. That's double damage, and Golira, yeah, they have to run for cover. They have to pray, and they have to all disengage against this. But they are going to have a very, very strong recontest with this copy that can come out from Todos. Ultimate's not really too important in this, and they don't really come up too much, and it's very not as important. Leaves a bit more downtime to go into, not as much macro applied in this 4v4, but when you can get these ultimates down, they can be very, very impactful, as we saw here again.
Oh, that's a big boot.
Once again from Todos to deny that hook there that came down on this boot, but whole hog going to be ripped any second here. This Maid comes down with no lamp though. This could be WT action for the University of Portsmouth. Manages to find Jack with that right click though. But gets burn out the copy by Genocide. On this is Arya now.
Yeah, and they're just playing this so patiently. I mean, Golira, they're waiting for their opportunity to go in, and they're going to see this Wrecking Ball. They're going to very quickly dive on him or Amengus Sus. But Amengus, their whole strategy is to wait for Golira to make a mistake, but they're the ones making the mistakes. They're playing so close into this tight corner, but then the Wrecking Ball can just roll through at any sort of opening. They're finally going to kill onto the board as Todos goes down, but now the beat comes out from IW, and that's going to be enough to keep them sustained throughout this fight. The Grav coming out, though, and that's going to not keep him alive. Hyper Knight has fallen as well, but it's just Golira has the kill advantages here. They're able to get an extra kill lead in that fight, and Hyper Knight just diving straight into the mines, and the Blizzard comes out and nobody's in it, and Josh is going to be the one to die. That's going to be a nice hook onto IW. He's going to be taken out, but again, they found another kill advantage. It's going to be the whole hog coming out from Jack, pushing his opponents away, trying to create some safe social distancing there, CDC guidelines, but it's not going to be enough, and not going to be able to find a kill off the back of it when you keep your friends close, but your enemy's so far away that you can't really do anything to them. You're not going to be able to find the kill. That's a nasty hook, keeping his enemies closer.
IW hugged again, but yeah, these ultimates are kind of gold dust for each side, but looks like Joshin and Geneset really kind of wasteful those. Solo ulted the Lucio, and then Todos was able to just fly away from that Blizzard. Says, no, so you want to freeze the floor? Well, you know, I'm not a fan of the global warming, so I'm just going to fly away into the air and hover on this Echo. And now, once again, Todos stopped this copy, so this could be the WT re-engage for Golira if they can find this boot. Can copy either tank in this situation. To be honest, the bubble onto Lukey Boy could be valuable in saving his life, particularly against all this CC, even this Echo Beam that's going to be doing so much damage to him. And it's just a bit of posturing. It's a bit of a waiting game. Both teams sort of like a fencing match, just waiting for that first engage to maybe parry and counter-strike. And looks like the key of the focus is going to be Jack on this Roadhog. They're poking him down, trying to force those resources out, that take a breather. Perhaps when that goes down, they could go into Elect with this Execute Beam or potentially that copy swap on from Todos. But for now, IW just going to have to take this hard cover. These ultimates going to be coming up quickly and soon. That whole hog from Jack, though, that's the go button for Amengus Sus.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to take down Lukey Boy off the back of it as my screen goes black, but going to be coming back now. And Lukey Boy is still the only one to have fallen in this fight, but Todos has that ultimate online, going to be looking to get the hog off of the map with it, giving a little bit
nice
of
bubble for block.
Yeah,
just managed to get Jack off the map, though.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. And now Toto's going to be getting beamed down by Genesect. And now we're in a tied situation here. 8-8 Sheep trying to look for a res, but it's not really advisable right now. And Genesect is going off now, able to take down another one. So now it's going to be 9 versus 8. Amengus Sus have come back into this match. And something to point out, we have 3 minutes left. We've taken more than half of the time bank off, and we're not even at double-digit kills for any of these teams yet. They've been playing so passively and slowly. I mean, Jack getting hooked by IW, who has switched over off of the Lucio, just getting caught out so much by the hog, wants to get a hog of his own. But that's a nice counter hook from IW. Not going to be able to save him, though.
Oh, Joshin? No, he's going to live.
Yeah, Joshin's going to be able to get out of there alive, and now, I mean, somehow Amengus have taken a 3-kill lead as we come into the latter parts of this match.
2 minutes are going to track down Lukey Boy. He's finally had enough of this ball, and I think it is for the better. Going to be going over to this Zarya. That Execute being put so much pressure on IW on that Roadhog. But Genesect, one thing I mentioned, he's been so charged up for this entirety of this match, found so many with this, and it really has been a patient waiting game. And when it's a Bull versus Zarya, this waiting game is always going to go in favor of Genesect on this Zarya, ladies and gentlemen. Todos finds his execute opposite number onto Joshin, so that's no echo, and that's potentially so much damage burst out of the fight. Todos, however, got his ultimate, going to swap over, so now 2 hogs on the field, double pig action. Call that a double bacon sandwich, if you will. Todos goes for the moose hook, doesn't manage to find it, and they're going to find Joshin here as his mercy has been disconnected, and they carry on with this vault all in the back pocket from Cheap. So a really clean team fight from Gorilla. That was really, really standard, really nice execution from the University of Portsmouth to kind of just choke them out and overtrade these resources. The Amengus Sus getting pinned back. That's a desperation grab from Genesect. Doesn't find anyone but Jack. Manages to sustain it a bit and pull ahead with that pick onto IW on that Roadhog.
Yeah, and Golira had gotten very close, but now they're down 4 yet again. IW getting hooked. This tree is going to save his life, but it's not going to save Toto's. He's going to fall. IW now has that ultimate. Could be trying to get the entirety of the enemy team off of the map as Amengus Sus. They're a little bit close. They're kind of riding on their airship right now, very close to the edge. And Golira, they have quite a bit to work with here compared to Amengus Sus. They're coming up on ultimates higher on their charge, but look at the Zarya charge of Lukey Boy. He's staying around that 50% mark, and it's going to be enough to get some solid damage. Jack's going to get caught out here. He's not going to be able to get saved, but he's going to get avenged, and the res comes out, so that kill ultimately for nothing, and that just really gave Amengus Sus an extra kill. Kind of its third impostering there was IW, I believe, and now Jack's going to get taken down again.
Yeah, they comes in from the grab though, Lukey Boy, so yes, he gets 1 for 1, but he saves himself with the resurrection, and then immediately goes in to find a couple now. And one thing that we really should point out is, you really don't want a 1 for 1 Zarya. Never mind, there's a Mercy on the field. If you trade someone else for Zarya, that's going to be energy depleted, and when these fights are as pokey and as sort of short as they are, you really don't get an extended period where you can rotate 2 or 3 bubbles. So energy is almost as much of a precious resource as ultimates here, ladies and gentlemen. Todos going to continue to copy this hog and push. Yeah, there we go, 10 seconds left. 19-19, Lukey Boy absolutely barren for energy though. That pool of gravity is dry.
Is it going to be a draw? It's a draw.
It's a draw.
We're going to map 4.
We're going to map 4, and that was potentially 2 or 3 seconds longer. They'd actually found the hook onto Jack, and they just didn't quite manage to get him the time bank, the social construct. That is ours, that is seconds being the real imposter here, as Amengus Sus ultimately saved by the minute.
Saved by the bell there. I mean, that bell rang just at the right time. I mean,
they were 100% killing Jack there. 100% Jack was dead, and that would have been the 2-1 for Golira. However, you know, Amengus Sus have definitely rode some of the tight barriers. They got kind of blown out on Chateau Gaillard. They pulled an incredible comeback off on Kamizaka. And from here, by the skin of their teeth, they managed to save it as we go to map 4 of a first to 3 4v4 in this Resurge 4v4 tournament. Not quite sure which one we're going to be going over to, but
I believe it's Paris.
Paris is going to be nice to see, actually. I've not seen Paris in a long time. It's a really good deathmatch map, though. Like a really good deathmatch map.
Yeah, I quite enjoy the atmosphere of it. It's kind of like Kanazaka, and it's just a very nice looking map. It's not as cool as Kanazaka. I wish we could go to Kanazaka for the tiebreaker map, but we are going to be going on to Paris, the last map of the series. I don't know what happens if we draw again.
We wrap the whole thing up. We send both teams, so I guess I'm casting a 5th map. Not gonna lie, I'm going on to the next game. Then you fuck off.
Yeah, you've proven that you both deserve to go on. Now get out of my face.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so we should be coming into hypothetically Paris, unless for some reason
we can maybe do like first to 5 or something, or first blood wins if this map goes to a tiebreaker. If this map is tied, send them to a 3v3 on a 4v4 on a watch point or echo point Antarctica, and just do first to kill wins. I think that's
you could just have Lukey Boy and Jack just 1v1 first to 5 on the hog or something like that.
Yeah.
Pull out some
pharmacy duel. First to 2.
Pharmacy duel would also be
Joshin versus Todos. That would be nice.
Yeah, so I believe every other match has been a 2-0 so far. Burger got a 2-0. Cuddle got a 2-0.
Donk stream was a 2-1. SpongeBob SquarePants versus was a 2-1.
Oh. Well, no, I'm saying like all the other in this round, but we are going to be coming into Paris now. And it's going to be the mirror comp. No switching going to be coming out, or there's not going to be any differences, but it's going to be the early kill by Genesect, and he's going to be able to catch out Lukey Boy in that mirror. The res comes out, but as you said in the last round, a lot of that charge is now gone, but it's enough to get Jack out of the picture here, and there's not really going to be a chance to res. It's going to be IW getting
Why
better
don't you fall so low? Oh, he goes down to under 100% and 100, HP points on that health bar. He falls solo, but Take a Breather going to be him nice and healthy in combination with Cheap, who's now got 72% on an ultimate. Interestingly enough, I didn't realize this elimination map was actually in point B, and point B very enclosed with that open space in the middle. So it lends itself perfectly to these hog hooks and this sort of double, this sort of hog poke rotation. What we're going to be seeing Jack and IW go is probably fishing for these hooks with the applied projected bubble from Lukey Boy and Genesect in turn to make sure that they can't get counter hooked or CC'd. It's the fish from IW, doesn't manage to find anyone. That it's empty, and no summon for IW here.
Well, not a lake.
Yeah, that's true. Joshin, really early copy though, but even earlier is Lukey Boy's Graviton Surge. That comes up incredibly fast, comes out of the copy. Did not elect to use the copies. It's going to be confusing perspectives as Todos there found executing beam onto Jack. So it's only been the Roadhog that's fallen so far for Amengus Sus to be 2-0. But now, here we go. Quick team wipe, blinking your miss, ladies and gentlemen. IW going crazy on this Roadhog. Todos once again back on this pig. He's been playing this almost as much as I think he's been playing Echo, ladies and gentlemen, as he's very, very comfortable on this pig. And there we go. Looks like 7-0 lead. So Gorilla, University of Portsmouth, going to be putting their foot down on the pedal and easing into an 8-kill lead.
Yeah, Gorilla, they're really going fishing in an aquarium, and Amengus Sus, they're going fishing in the desert. I mean, just the hooks have been on point for IW and Todos. I mean, I think Todos has been playing a lot of this.
Oh no, it's a disaster for Genesect. The graph comes down and they just get 3 wiped themselves. So potentially if they get team wiped, they could be going down to minus stars. That's not what they want. But as we talked about earlier, Lukey Boy, look how charged up he is on the Zarya. Absolutely the most overpowered hero in this lobby is this Zarya on high energy. Look, he's just chewing through the HP of Joshin, and it should be demanding the full pocket from Cheap. With this damage boost, he's just going to be doing so much damage. Look at the tracking as well. And this bubble comes down to Kleeman. The whole hog desperately trying to reset this Zarya charge. Isn't able to happen. There we go. Finally, Lukey Boy, the giant, the Goliath on this Zarya has been fallen.
Yeah, now the first points on the board for Amengus Sus are going to be coming out. Todos has copied the hog, if I can say words, but he will be taken down by Joshin in this fight, who has taken that pick into his own hands around the same time that Todos did. But now it's going to be 4-13 here. Gorilla still have a very solid lead. Amengus Sus, they're going to have to come behind now. I mean, they haven't ejected any of the imposters yet. They've only ejected crewmates, and now it's going to be Gorilla. They're going to be losing 2 more, so now finally an imposter has been taken out of the ship. As Amengus Sus, they've cut the lead to only 7 now, as it was up to, I believe, 12 or 13 at the very beginning. It's been quite a dry spell for Gorilla. I mean, eventually the aquarium will dry up.
Yeah, and it looks like the lights were turned off for this first minute and a half, so the Crisis Task doing absolutely wonders for Gorilla. Ooh. This is an inventive grab on the sky. Going to be trapping the Echo on the other side, but Lukey Boy hitting that raised Graviton Surge, absolutely love to see it. Going to be making sure that it's just a thrown off angle, and he can fire in those right clicks and that energy, that high energy beam, that 70+ energy beam in intermittent intervals, and sort of just flick that on and off. But Lukey Boy, gonna get solo. There we go, does manage to fall, but Jack forces the Roadhog for it though. And he gets rezzed up.
Yeah, I mean, the res comes out. It's gonna still get the main goal of denying the Zarya charge, but now it's gonna be Genesect. He's gonna be caught out. He's gonna jump off the map, so that's gonna cost them a kill. But it'd be probably just better to take the L and maybe get res by Hyper Knight. But now it's going to be 5 versus 18. That 13-kill lead is back and better than ever. It's going to be IW trying to get up to their next whole hog, so much higher than Jack. But Josh is going to come up on that duplicate. But IW has gone fishing, and he's found a knight in shining water. He's going to be able to take him down, coming close to that whole hog. He has another hook, and he's going to cancel the ultimate of Joshin with it. He's going to pull it out on his own. He's going to be able to take him out of that duplicate. But he's going to be focus beamed again now. So it's going to be trades coming every which way, but still 8 kills away are Golira. They're so close to winning this series. They just need to get 8 more kills. And again, Joshin is going to be falling off the map, and it resets the score now to 5.
And you really do hope if you're Amengus Sus, all memes aside, that they actually do need to call an emergency meeting somewhere. Just for the love of God, regroup as this snowball is going on. That's going to be a deep grab from Lukey. Basically everyone in it. This could be a team wipe to send them all down to 4. Valkyrie 4th. Jack goes down as they're going to be putting on to advantage, and now they found the Zarya of Genocide. He's fallen to the death beam, this absolute nuclear warfare. This is probably illegal in 13 states. This has got to be Geneva breaking for Luki boys. This is too much damage. Inhumane levels of energy for Luki on this Zarya. He's just going to carry on through. This copy from Todos didn't manage to find anyone. Finally, though, they take down the Hog of IW, but Luki boy, who is it? There he is. Yet again, finds Hyper Knight on that Mercy, and it pushes through, and once again, there we go. Luki boy, yet again, on this area. He finds the pick. Same old story. Same time, different place, Out with the old, in with the new, I guess.
4K for him.
And he's got the Graviton Surge again. Here we go. It's going to be the final kill if they can find this copy out of the Graviton Surge.
Happy.
Finds 2. Joshin finds 3 on his own to save, though. And it's going to be final kill here any second now.
Yeah, they just need one big hook from IW to get this kill. Sheep has switched over to the Zen, but it's going to be IW off of screen getting the final kill onto Amengus Sus. They're going to be taken down in this 2-1-1 series. Another one. The only scoreline has been 2-0 and 2-1-1.
And there we go. It was 2 kind of dominant maps for the University of Portsmouth in the end. The Hawk came in as he's grabbed to the ceiling, and IW underneath and just popped his whole hog. Yeah, Grav whole hog, not a very common combo, but when you're pinned up to the ceiling, there's absolutely no way you can go, and they get the full spread of that piggy fire as they just kind of, we made a joke about the double bacon earlier with the copy, but they were the ones that got absolutely toasted, and they would all fit nicely in a English proper Sunday there, as they got kind of roasted, yolked, poached, deep fried, whatever you want it. Probably save the deep fried for Donk stream, actually. But every other way you can cook, they got kind of boiled there. As Amengus Sus going to be, unfortunately, falling. And fall to the crisis touch. Oxygen has gone down, lights out, whatever you want. There shall be no crewmate victory here for those guys.
Yep, the imposters have pulled out the dub. Golira, they're going to be taking that 2-1 through the first 3. And I believe that will put them at the very least in the play-ins, I believe. I'm not sure if that guarantees them a top 6 seed, as we don't have the bracket in front of us right now. But that was a very close series. I mean, Amengus Sus, they fought that so hard. I mean, they were down double digits at multiple points. They were able to come back on Kanazaka. I mean, that could have very easily been a 2-0.
Absolutely. And I think it's just honestly credit to Amengus Sus that they were able to take this Kanazaka map, because it looked like it was in the bag for the University of Portsmouth the entire way through. But off some absolute heroics from the Josh and Farah, this is one that'll be remembered. He'll be very happy with that individual performance. Chat was going crazy as well. I'm not quite sure if Joshin's individual I saw exactly. I don't think he's the most known for sort of aerial dominance, particularly on the Farah, but he got that pocket from Hyper Knight and did absolute work with it. And to go up against Todos and Cheap, these guys have been playing together for 3-4 years now inside the university scene, and Portsmouth, one of the best teams in the UK collegiate scene, sort of being able to scrim 4-2, 4-3. They're really absolutely no joke. And Joshin really just took it to them with the help of Hyper Knight, and they're able to win these 2v1s as well. But yeah, Joshin definitely stand out from their ones to look for later into the bracket. If they come up against some other teams, Amengus Sus are going to be dangerous.
Yeah, and we're not entirely sure who's going to be in that top 10 position. I believe a couple 1 and 2 teams will be able to go on in that bracket, but I'm not entirely sure. We're still waiting on, I believe, the final standings to come up with here as we wait. But once those come out, we will know who's going to be going up against each other in these final matches. So, again, we're going to be seeing one more set of matches today. It's going to be Seed 8 versus Seed 9 and Seed 7 versus Seed 10. And the winners of those, they will be able to keep on moving on into the bracket, where they will go up against Seed 1 or Seed 2. So, there's not a very easy path ahead of these teams. All right, so we're going to have the bracket pulled up for you guys. Not going to be filled in yet, but Seed 8, Seed 9, they'll be going up against the first seed in the games tomorrow. Seed 7 and Seed 10. The winner of that game will go up against Seed 2. And once we get those final seedings, we'll make sure to let you guys know what they are. But, I mean, if Amengus Sus have made the top 10, it's going to be a very difficult task for them to get in. And it looks like we have I believe these are the final standings. Solomon will come in and correct me if I'm wrong. But the 2 undefeated teams, Maid, Café, Light, and Cuttlefish Bandits. Those will be your 1 and 2 seeds. Ignition, Golira, Redemption Burger, Wait What, and Plat Gatekeepers will be rounding out, I believe that's the top 6. And then your Amengus Sus, SpongeBob SquarePants Movie, and Wichita Whippersnappers will be fighting it out for those last 2 slots in that top 8.
It's going to be all to play for, though. But yeah, Maid, Café Light, and Cuttlefish Bandits pulling away from the Parkinson curing themselves. Essentially, the rest of the straps, and it's going to be an all-out brawl in the lower bracket in the play-ins, and looks like probably one of them are going to get collected by the taxman of Maid, Café Light, or Cuttlefish Bandits, the aforementioned top 2, both perfect so far, have not even dropped a single map. But coming up the rear, Ignition, Gorilla, and Redemption Burger, the all-win team. Okay, 2-1. They managed to bounce back. So it is all to play for, though, and I should expect to see Golira, I believe, going up to that 3-1 if there is another game. But if not, it is not quite cut and dry just yet. But particularly this Swiss format really does mean, ladies and gentlemen, that these 2 top teams really are the 2 top teams. They've had to not just beat the rest, they've had to beat the best to get to this perfect map score. So with them 2 pulling away, it's going to be interesting to see if anyone can catch up to them, as we probably going to be able to throw it over to a break any second now. So hopefully this is going to be the start of the play-ins, match 3, our final map of the day. We're going to be having 2 more series so far to showcase for you guys. 1 more for me and Drayton, and then 1 more for, I believe, a special guest duo who shall not be revealed, and definitely not because I don't know who they are. But for now, oh, okay, never mind. Well, okay, Solomon's going to pop in and going to get some.
Solomon's going to explain the things that we
from
don't
the production.
understand.
We could potentially be people leaving, so take it away, Solomon.
Hi from production. Hope you're all doing good. We've had some good games. Obviously, this is not going quite as smoothly as we expected. I kind of gave Toxic an extra whole job, which means that he couldn't do either job like with 100% focus, which is on me. So the organization sort of took a hit because I stole him for production, and also he was having to do organization at the same time as doing production, so that took a hit. So oops. So the original plan was to do the play-ins now, but because we have gone over schedule, we're just gonna do those as the regular stuff tomorrow.
Okay.
Which means we're done for today. We're going to do the seeding for the teams. So, because of the format, depending on where you started, you kind of get like a bonus point or a bonus win. So those in the higher group, the upper group, get kind of an extra win. So those higher teams, because of the system, I'm scrolling. Weird Squad, but they forfeit. Maid, Café Light, Ignition, Redemption Burger, Golira, your Amengus Sus, and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie music, whatever. So the other teams will be lower in that. They'll basically have like a win less. So that means Maid, Café Light will definitely be seed 1. And that's all I know at this point. I haven't done the rest of the maths. So Maid, Café Light will be seed 1, which means they'll go straight into the quarterfinals. They won't be in the play-ins. So I think what we're basically going to say here is stay tuned to the Discord. We were going to wait and try and work it out and show it on broadcast because that'd be nice. But to be honest, there's not a whole lot of point. So we'll just get everything ready for tomorrow. And tomorrow should be a lot more smooth because it's going to be a bracket, which means you know exactly who you're going to play next, right? Because of how the bracket works. We don't have to worry about reseeding or anything like that. So tomorrow, hopefully, it's going to be a whole lot smoother. So apologies. But classic. If we do another one of these in the future, it'll go so much smoother. But you know. So yes. So we'll come back tomorrow. We'll be starting again at 4 p.m. Eastern. With more games. We'll probably start with a play-in, which will be the bottom 4, which will be like seed 7 through 10 or whatever. And we'll continue to crown a champion over the 44 tournament. Yes. So for those teams waiting, just keep an eye on Discord, and we'll release all the matchups and the bracket order and all that kind of stuff, so you know when you're playing tomorrow. But that's it from us here, I think.
Yeah.
Big thank you to Drayton and Jace. I've got to say, the amount of puns that we heard, we were giggling in the control room. It was.
I was trying to come up with them on the fly.
It was very dumb, but I appreciate it. It was very good.
Listen, we gotta entertain. We are nothing if not entertainers, Solomon.
Exactly.
I'm here for showreel clips, and that's about it.
True, literally just trying to farm for the showreel.
So
Indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. We can check the standings if you want. This is how the day ended. Though I didn't fully finish coding this, so it only takes into account wins and match wins. I doesn't have the map wins and losses count. So I'll finish that for tomorrow. But by that point, it won't matter. I'm pretty sure there's like a to-do item on that. I just did it. So there you go.
It's all good. This is our first time.
So like Golira would probably be at the bottom of the 2-1s because they lost an extra map, right? And Amengus Sus would be at the top of the 1-2s because they won an extra map. And so fuck these names, man. They're insane. Amengus
They really are.
Just,
Wichita probably makes it into the top 5 or top 10.
I would imagine so, but we'll confirm everything, and we might do something slightly different, especially because we have 2 forfeiters. So just keep an eye on the captain's chat, and we'll let people know what happens. But that's it for now, I believe. Possibly anything else we need to mention? Just write on the screen or something if there's anything we need to say, or just no. But I think we're pretty much done. I hope you guys enjoyed the replays. We've been playing with replays. We can put some replays on.
Put some replays on to break and close out the stream.
Yeah, I wonder if I can. Oh, I can't. It's fine. I was gonna see if I could. I have a highlight of when we were testing this. We had Joshin go in a game of hard bots on Hollywood, and he died so many times.
Let's just get the feed of that.
But I don't think.
Oh, Josh, you already got cyberbullied by Todos and Sheep. We don't need.
Wait, no, I can definitely import this. Hang on.
Oh no!
What is bad Petramar League if not cyberbullying?
If not for cyberbullying Joshin, yeah, that's what I think.
This wouldn't be nearly as fun.
Exactly.
You know, poor guy gets bullied in the Avast companion streams anyway, right? Oh my.
Yes, of course. I mean, nature is healing if Joshin is being bullied.
I guess. Fair enough. Can't argue with Solomon.
Natural order of things.
But yeah, I'll play these clips of Joshin just dying over and over. It's like a 1.5 minute long clip of Joshin dying.
Have you got Benny Hill music in the background? Could you play that as well?
That'd be great.
But
we're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then.
Right.
Please reach
Goodbye.
Replays.
I'm gonna make dip. Goodbye.
I gotta eat. Eventually, they'll cut away from our faces.
Yeah, there's a delay.
I turned on the audio for eventually they'll turn it,
right here.
and it popped up.
Brilliant.
Oh wait, no, they can still hear us.
Oh yeah, we can still hear. Hi.
Poor Josh. I'm gonna make fucking dip because I need food.
Well, I didn't realize we'd still be talking.
That's all good. Well,
chat.
Goodbye, gamers.
Yeah.
We'll work out why this keeps freezing. We don't know why it keeps freezing.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
GG's. Touch, good job today, gamer. I know you can hear me in the control room. Did a good job. The fucking hell of a thing to go through, but it's all good.
We'll see in a bit. Just watch this Joshin die a bunch. Another like 20 seconds.
Okay. Order food, do some adult things now. Pain chat. Later.
I don't know why it keeps freezing. Oh, this is good. I don't want to It's not frozen, it's just over now.